back this week for another review, and this week I am reviewing the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro Primer. I find it quite hard to find primers in drugstores and high streets, so this is one of the few that I have found. I have reviewed another one, it's the 17 Flawless, is it Flawless? Photo Flawless Primer. I reviewed that in the past. That is one of my other high street primers, so I'm going to be sort of comparing the two of these because they're the only high street primers I've actually used. So this primer claims to smooth, resurface, brighten, mattify and protect. It is 5 in 1. It's 30 mils, so a little bit bigger than my 17 Photo Flawless Primer. The difference between that one and this one is a cream. It looks more like a moisturiser, where the 17 one looks more like a gel. Because of that, I wouldn't recommend this for oily skin. So if you have really oily skin, you're prone to breakouts, I think this is a little bit too oily for you. I have combination skin, it's fantastic on my cheeks, but on my T-zone it can be a little bit oily. So if you have quite oily skin, maybe stay away from this and go for something that's more of a gel, like the Photo Flawless Primer, or also Gosh do a really good primer as well. So I've had this one for a while, I've been testing it out, and I have to say that because it is quite a creamy product, I tend to put it on after I've done my moisturisers in the morning if I plan to put makeup on that day. And then by the time I come to put makeup on, it's completely soaked in. Because at first, when I first used this, I used it like I do my Photo Flawless Primer, where I put it on and I leave it for a second while I sort all my makeup out into like sections and stuff, and then I put my foundation straight on. So I used that in the same way because I thought, hey, that's how I put my primer on. And I did find that because this doesn't absorb into the skin quite as quickly, that it did make my foundation go a little bit streaky. But if you give it enough time to soak into the skin properly, no streakiness will occur. So that is just a warning if you're going to use this. I wouldn't say it really brightens. It does smooth a little bit, but not overly that much. It does make my pores a little bit smaller. But I wouldn't say it really mattifies either. Protects, most probably. I tend to use primers mostly because I don't want to break out even more. I find if I don't use a primer, my pores get clogged a lot more than they do if I do use a primer, so which is why I use one. As a primer overall, it isn't the best primer that I've used. I definitely prefer the more gel-like primers rather than the creamier moisturiser-like primers. If you have really dry skin, actually this might be a really good product for you if you're looking for a primer to make your foundation stay a bit longer. It does make your foundation stay on a tiny bit longer. I don't really notice that much of my foundation coming off throughout the day if I don't use one. So if you do have a problem where your foundation tends to come off and you have quite dry skin or combination skin, this could work for combination skin as well, definitely check this out if you're looking for a cheap primer. So finally, remember to go over and follow me on Twitter and Instagram because I don't have enough friends over there. I like to tweet people and Instagram to people and things like that, so go and check me out on Instagram and Twitter. The links to those are in the description below. Also, I am a contestant in the Best in Beauty competition, if you didn't already know. The link to my entry for the Best in Beauty competition is going to be down below. I'm also going to put the link to the video you have to go to vote for me down below, and it is Jen Loves Reviews video. So voting ends on Friday this week at 4 PM EST or 9 PM GMT or BST or whatever it is now here in the UK. I think it's that same in Europe, and maybe 1 or 2 hours difference. But voting ends on Friday. This is round 1. Look at my video down below if you want to check out my entry for it, and go to Jen Loves Reviews video, which is linked down below, and put my name in the comment box. You can also vote for 2 other YouTubers that are competing, and you can find their videos in the video responses of her video. If you go over to my video, all the information is down in that description bar, so you will know exactly what you're meant to do if you're wondering and I'm not making any sense. So yeah, I will love you and leave you. Goodbye. If you have, say, the Naked palette and you don't know whether you should get the Naked 2 palette, or you have the Naked 2 palette and you don't know if you should get the Naked 1 palette,